Hi, I'm Lynn.
And I'm Erica, and we're here today talking about our Fall Frolic Skinny Wall Hanging. It was made with our Fall Medley die. It's got some great shapes on it for fall.
We got the pumpkin.
Yep.
And we got a couple of leaves, a maple leaf and an oak leaf.
And our acorn, which is in two pieces so that you can have your little acorn cap a different color.
Right, so these are all great shapes for all different types of fall projects.
Absolutely. I can see this as placemats for Thanksgiving, a border for a tablecloth. I mean, you could really do a lot with home decor, I think, with these shapes.
Definitely a table runner for the
Absolutely.
Thanksgiving table. And this is the pattern that's included in the die
it is
insert.
Included in the insert, and it would also be available at AccuQuilt.com.
Right, so today we want to show you just a couple of fun things that you can do with your fall medley die that we've got right here. And one of the first things that we don't talk enough about is that you can cut other materials than cotton fabric, like wool.
That's right. Wool is one of my favorite things to work with, and so we've got some great wool scraps, and these would really lend itself really well to using up some of those scraps. And you know, if you work with wool, you use every little scrap that you possibly can. So we're going to use some wool today, and we're also going to use some cotton, so you can see both of them in action.
Right.
Now this is a real wool, so we did go ahead and pre-fuse our wool as well as our cotton.
Right, and we're also going to show you that you can cut them at the same time.
That's right.
Which is pretty cool. All right, so we're just going to, and again, this is a scrap, so we're just going to lay this on the die over the oak leaf. And then I've got some orange cotton fabric here that's been pre-fused.
Okay.
And we are going to put that over the pumpkin.
And we're using our Go Big with this today, but this is a die that would actually work in all three of our cutters. The Go Baby, the Go, as well as the Go Big.
So I would say with wool, definitely, especially a fused wool, start with one layer.
Right.
You could go up to two, depending on the loft of the wool.
Right, and wool does vary a lot by loft, so you will want to play that by ear.
Right, but with cutting with AccuQuilt dies versus scissors, we all know that this gives you such a nice cut.
Oh, it's going to be a beautiful shape. It's going to be so easy. And this would be a great project to even have kids help you with as far as the layout and fusing it down. Cut out a bunch of shapes and let them play with laying them out to make that table runner or those placemats for a holiday.
And with the cotton fabric, you can cut up to 4 layers with the pre-fused.
Because we count that fusible as half a layer, right, Lynn?
That is right.
You build up some static electricity, and the wool does that a little bit more, so you just want to be aware of that when you're working with it. Look how gorgeous that is.
Okay, so there's your
very
nice leaf. Oh, and we were going to take you would take the fusible off.
Right, so just bend your corner.
So if you just bend it like that.
And then it's going to pull right off for you. And we've done some examples here. Now this is all cotton. You absolutely could mix your mediums like we've done over here on this example that we're working with. But this little square we actually worked with all wool on here. And we did a combination. These two were actually machine stitched. And we used our Aurifil cotton thread for those. But the bottom two, we actually did some handwork, and we used Aurifil's wool thread, and it worked really well and gives it a nice look and gives you a little bit more dimension than with the machine finishing on the edge of that. And it gives it that kind of homespun look too.
I love that, and I think that's very popular as well.
It is.
So just some great ideas there, some ways, if you've got the fall medley die, some new ways to use that die.